All right, hey everybody, and good Tuesday morning. Happy New Year's Eve. It's the final morning of 2019, believe it or not, and we have some snow to talk about as we close out the year today, so I thought I'd bring you up to date on the latest on the forecast and impacts for those who are hitting the road, preparing for New Year's Eve festivities as we get into the afternoon today. First things first, a winter weather advisory has been hoisted by the National Weather Service in Cleveland for Cuyahoga, Summit, Portage, Geauga Lake, Ashtabula, and Crawford counties are in our television viewing area. We have no advisories out, but don't worry too much about that. That's kind of splitting hairs a little bit. We still have to be careful because of the snow coming through this afternoon, even though amounts might be a little bit higher to our north and west. Right now on the leading edge, most of this is not quite reaching the ground east of Akron, but this is legitimate snow now pushing into the I-71 corridor from Mansfield up to Cleveland. That puts it on track to head into our area before the morning is through, and midday into the afternoon, as we've been talking about, that's kind of our window in which we can see impacts, we can see some light accumulations, and your travel plans may be impacted and affected by this snow that's pushing in. So let's look at our future radar here. Our high-res model shows the snow arriving before the morning is through between 9 and 11, especially north and west of Youngstown. It'll spread south and east of Youngstown towards noon, 11 o'clock noon. So first places to see snow falling from the sky this morning will be places such as Newton Falls, Mesopotamia, Warren, and heading up northward towards Bristol and Kinsman and Greenville, and then eventually by late morning all the way down to Lisbon, to Rogers, to Nagley, to East Palestine, to East Liverpool, etc. And so it's snowing everywhere by about noon today, and then the snow will wind down by mid-afternoon, 3, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock at the latest. We're pretty much out of the woods. Now you'll notice that there are some darker blues embedded in this band of snow. I think there can be some pretty good snow rates for a few hours, midday, afternoon today. In other words, the snow can come down pretty heavy, and even though it's falling during the day and temperatures are marginal, it'll be a little above freezing today, 33, 34, 35 degrees. If it comes down hard enough, it will stick. It's late December, and snow can stick a lot easier at this time of the year than it can once we're into late February and March. So there can be impacts, there can be accumulations. How much are we talking about here? This is off the European model, and I kind of like its depiction of the accumulations. I think a general inch will be a good average for a lot of Mahoning County, a lot of Columbiana County, Lawrence County as well. Once you get up towards I-80 and north, I think an inch and a half, 2 inches will be fairly common in Trumbull and Mercer counties. So again, I-80 generally roughly the delineation between around an inch to perhaps up to 2 inches or so. That's what you can expect accumulation-wise today. As far as impacts go, if you're hitting the road this afternoon, midday afternoon, we're talking about reductions in visibility. We're talking about slick spots on untreated surfaces. Hopefully most of our major roads will be treated before the snow gets underway. Modest accumulations, yes, but it's New Year's Eve. A lot of people are out and about today getting ready for the holiday, and so the impacts can be maybe higher than on a normal day. Now, of course, we don't have school or anything like that today, so that lowers the impacts that we would see on a normal Tuesday. What about tonight? Now, I think the accumulating and impactful snow is long gone as we ring out 2019 and ring in 2020 later on tonight. It's just going to be blustery and it's going to be cold. I'm going to look at the wind chills here by late evening. This is midnight tonight. This is the wind chill outside. We're talking 14, 15 degrees for wind chills, temperatures in the upper 20s, and a few flurries around. In fact, flurries will linger off and on throughout the night. But again, impactful snow is reserved for late this morning and through the first half of this afternoon. We're going to start with clouds on New Year's Day on Wednesday, but then I do think the afternoon will be quite a bit brighter and seasonable. Pretty typical first day of January before a warm-up gets underway at the end of the week. So again, 1 to 2 inches worth of snow today, starting mid to late morning, taking us through mid-afternoon. Blustery and cold for New Year's Eve tonight. Find someplace warm to settle in and welcome in the new year. And of course, we'll have you updated on air and online with the snow today. You can find me on all the social media outlets you see below me, wfmj.com/weather. And of course, coming up on the midday, Andrew DiPaolo will have an update on the TV side, and I'll see you this evening on 21 News at 6 and 11. Happy New Year's Eve, everyone, and have a great Tuesday.